Welcome to Starving for Enlightenment, How Dying Taught Me the Way to Live. This is part 3 of our 3-part series, and if you've made it this far, I'm really grateful and excited to lead you into part 3. Are you ready? In part 1, we introduced you to the phrase, life is an emergency, and we talked about the many benefits that can come from living your life with this appreciation. Then in part 2, we discussed the topic of regrets, and we talked about the debilitating power that regrets can hold in our lives. And we also talked about intentionality and the idea that intentionality can be an antidote to regrets. What does it take to make intentionality a positive force in your life? Being intentional requires 4 things. The first is a clear set of goals and objectives. What is it that you're hoping to accomplish with your intentionality? The second is awareness. Awareness of who you are and where you are right now. What are your strengths? What are your weaknesses? In order to go someplace, you have to know where you're starting from. The third is some kind of a game plan. You have to have some plan of attack for implementing intentionality in your life. And the fourth is a measurement plan. You have to have some way to measure how you're doing against your plan and against your objectives so you can calibrate and make adjustments as needed. So how do we accomplish this? With the rest of our time together, I'm going to offer you 2 practices. And these 2 practices are designed to help you to cultivate intentionality in your life. The first practice is one that I call the 1-word resolution. And it's one that I've been using for several years in lieu of a traditional New Year's resolution. Although you can do this at any time. In fact, I recommend that you do it right now. The way it works is you simply look at your life, or you look at the past year, and you reflect on it. What did you accomplish? What would you like to have accomplished? And then you look forward with regards to your goals and your objectives, and you identify 1 word that will become the theme for the upcoming year, or for the rest of this year. 1 word, and that 1 word will help you to set a direction and inspire you every single day to move in the direction of intentionality. So play with that word, identify it, try it out for a couple of days and see if it's the right word. And if it's not, go ahead and change it. But in the end, you want to have 1 single word to be your theme for the rest of the year. Once you've chosen your word, use these techniques to keep the word at the forefront of your mind. First, the daily reminder. Write it down and post it someplace where you'll see it every day to keep the word at the forefront of your mind. And then each week, do a reflection and look back over the week. How did you do about making that word your theme? And then once a month, do another review and look at a broader scale. How are you doing overall? And make any changes you need. And if you don't do this already, I highly recommend you keep a journal. Writing down all of your observations and your reflections. Something really powerful happens when you write things down as opposed to just thinking them in your mind. So keep a journal if you're not doing that already. This brings us to the second practice. And the second practice is a gratitude practice. What this involves is each morning before you start your day, simply carve out some quiet time and identify 3 things in your life that you're grateful for. Just simply 3 things. And do this every single day. It can be the same 3 things. You can repeat them as often as you like, or you can come up with 3 new things for which you're grateful. But each day, start with 3 things that you're grateful for. And this will do a few things for you in your life. First, it will create positive momentum. By identifying things for which you're grateful, you created a sense of positivity, and that will carry through your life. It's also going to increase the awareness about what actually matters to you in your life and what you care about. And then it will also have the effect of shrinking the regrets in your life. So these 3 benefits are what you're going to get from your gratitude practice. It's hard to believe that we've reached the end of our journey, but we have. Let's take a minute to review the key concepts that we covered over the 3-part series. The first is the idea that life is an emergency. If you can connect with this idea and realize and appreciate the time you have here is limited, you will not take anything for granted. And ultimately, you will avoid regrets. Regrets are a powerful force in our lives, and they cause us to question the actions that we've taken and the actions that we haven't taken. And of course, our goal is to not have any regrets in life. And intentionality can be the antidote to regrets. So at this point, I really only have one question for you. What are you waiting for? I really am glad that you decided to join us on this journey, and there's just a couple of more things that I would like to share with you before we leave. The first is a free workbook titled Dying for Busy People. If you want to learn how to do your own death lodge, or if there's other similar activities that you would like to implement in your life to get a deeper appreciation for life as an emergency, go ahead and download this free workbook. You can access it at lifedesigncenter.com/starting. I'd also like to share with you the Intentional Living Masterclass. This is an online training that we offer about 4 or 5 times each year. It's a really powerful workshop to help you to develop intentionality in your life. It's about 1 hour each week for 4 weeks. Sometimes we offer it as a 6-week program. So just go onto our website, lifedesigncenter.com/training, to learn more about the Intentional Living Masterclass, or to find out when the next session is going to start. It's a really fun class. I think you'd really enjoy it if you enjoyed this 3-part series. So I hope to see you there. As always, you can find out more about what we're up to at our website, either samaritas.com or lifedesigncenter.com. I wish you a prosperous journey and look forward to hearing from you in the future.